and you want to give up. I'm looking at you right now and you trying to throw in the towel. What's your story like? What can you draw from? See, we all have a story. Something that we can dig and turn into our why and turn into our purpose and turn into our reason. Because it's the will. It's the passion that separates the winners from the losers. It's the will. It's the passion that separates the real from the fake. I need you to figure out what your reason is. I need you to figure out what your why is. And I need you to keep pushing. And I need you to keep digging. And I need you to keep driving. Because our internal GPS is set to the destination of the next level. And we're gonna arrive in style. But you gotta have the will. You gotta have the passion. I like when Dr. Eric Thomas says, hey, I got average skill, but phenomenal will. What story can you draw from? Because that little boy that lost his mind when he was 4 years old, that little boy who grew up with a mentally abusive stepmom, that little boy who got bullied and battered and broken and beat down, uses his stories as fuel to pull out the will, as fuel to pull out the power, as fuel to pull out the passion that drives him to greatness. What's your will like? What's your passion like? What's your desire like? Draw from your stories, make them your reason, make them your why to keep going and keep going and keep going and never quit and never give up. You were born with the internal strength to power through any obstacles you ever face. So never erase the adversity, never erase the pitfalls, the setbacks, the failures, but use them as the fuel that you can pull from. And whether it's you versus yourself or you versus them, you are totally equipped with the will. You are totally equipped with the passion to keep fighting and never, ever, ever let life bully you into submission. This is a great day to win. A recent search of the good Dr. Google informed me that personal power is the ability to stand on your own 2 feet with a smile on your face in the middle of a universe, in the middle of a world that contains a million ways to crush you. See, everything is mental. And thus, you gotta block out the noise of yourself. You gotta block out the noise of the doubters, of the haters, of the naysayers. Because you have a power within yourself. Let's call it an untapped resource. Sometimes this requires you to dig a little deeper. Sometimes this requires you to dig a lot deeper. Never forget, you got the personal power. See, when you know yourself, you're empowered. When you accept yourself, you're invincible. But the problem is, you keep allowing outside influences to negatively influence you on the inside, and the way that you feel on the inside directly influences the results that show up on the outside. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You have a lot more power, and I need you to embrace it. Reclaim your personal power, and don't you dare shrink down to their level. Make them rise up to yours. You are the superhero of your own story. And in your movie, you have to find a way to overcome the bullies of life. You have to find a way to overcome the villains of life. You have to find a way to overcome the trials and tribulations of life. You have to find a way to overcome the adversities of life. But it's not over until you win. And just like with any good movie, the superhero always finds a way to emerge victorious. You're not a victim, you're a victor. Personal power is running through your veins. Personal power is running through your spirit. Personal power is running through your heart. Personal power is running through your soul. Personal power lives in you. And just like electricity, you just gotta let that energy flow. All of your go through planted the seeds for you to grow through. You just gotta know that nobody owes you but you. Personal power. That personal power lives in you. I just need you to tap into your wildest dreams of being great. Tap into your personal power. This is a great day to win. They will try to test you, but they fail to realize there's not 1 ounce of give up in your spirit. There's not 1 ounce of give up in your heart. There's not 1 ounce of give up in your soul. There's not 1 ounce of give up in your body. Baker Mayfield said, I woke up dangerous. But most people wake up aimless with no sense of direction. But not you. You wake up every morning on fire, ready to crush your day, ready to crush excuses, ready to dominate in your lane, ready to execute your goals. You know life is coming. You know life is trying to sucker punch you. You know life wants to break you. You know life wants to beat you down. But instead of frown, you just smile, because you know there's not 1 ounce of give up in your soul. So you stand tall in the face of it all. Wipe the sweat from your brow and keep grinding because you will not be broken. You will not be moved. Like that tree that's planted by the water, you will not be moved. So you just hitting your stride, just getting into the groove. They thought they could break you, but there's not 1 ounce of give up in your body. And therefore, you keep running your race until you emerge victorious. And you understand that there will be moments when you want to throw in the towel. And that's when you tap into your inner greatness and go the extra mile. So every mile marker, you celebrate the small wins, because you understand that them small wins lead to the big wins, lead to the gold balls, lead to the trophies, lead to the rings, lead to the riches, lead to the spoils. And you will never, ever, ever allow one mere mortal to foil your plans of achieving next level success.